Hello cherry lovers. Well, today kind of a boring job, but I'm gonna bring you guys along. It ain't like a few days ago. A few days ago it was 65 degrees, almost 70 up here. Today 38. Rained yesterday, and they're calling for probably next week. We were gonna try and get started. I was gonna try next week to get started all the way, start putting some boards on and everything, but they're calling for mid-30s, chance of snow. Not that I can't work in the snow, but it ain't no fun. Warmer days are coming, so I got to get and wait. I just, things have to wait. Don't want it to, but it has to. So we're going to get started on trying to, there's excess plastic that's got to come off. I got to cut it. And then we're going to go get that all done. And then I want to start figuring out a way to straighten them ends up, which I know I can, and there's ways to do it. But we got to get the ends straightened up. And then once we get the ends all straightened, then we'll go down and start putting our beams underneath. We're going to double beam it on both sides, put a beam down the middle, put our rafters on, and we're all ready to go. So that's what I'm going to do today. It's not going to be a fun job, but I thought I'd bring you guys along and show you what I'm doing, talk to you a little bit. It'll probably be just a little short video, because I'm going to tell you what, I don't know how long I'm really going to be out here because it's cold. It really is. It's cold, cold, cold. So, all right, let's get started. Might not take as long as I think. So. Okay, I'll tear this off on the end when I get standing up both ends, and that's coming. It's all a process, people, all a process. Always a process. Oh, man, hands are cold already. Guess I'm gonna have to work harder, people. Come on. And go throw this on the pile. Going out and around you guys here. Hopefully I don't knock you guys over. I didn't. Almost. Let me turn you guys around so you can see what I'm doing over here. There you go. All that plastic, when it gets a little warmer, I've got to take and put put it in bags and take it off to the dump and get rid of it. But just things that have to be done, people. And I'm gonna have to clean all this up before we even start doing the wood. All things have to be cleaned up because I can't, I guess it's my philosophy. I got to clean it. Want to get it all clean. Then I'm going to come in and I go, no chance for getting hurt or accidents or stuff like that, because you got stuff laying over, I trimmed up them trees and I've got little twigs laying all over inside the high tunnel. So I got to get that cleaned up. And on days like today, and I'm by myself, excuse me, and that's what has to be done. So this is what we're doing today. So I thought I'd bring you guys along for a little bit of it. Probably won't get this video all done today because tomorrow we're going to go in and clean up inside the high tunnel, get all that started. And if I have time, I think what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm not going to do the first arch. I'm going to go down and get the back arch done, standing up with 2x4 so it's nice and straight like the way we want it. And then I'm going to have that, make sure it's steady and secure, because that all has to be straight on that end. Because these all have to be tied in to the 100-foot long wall that we're going to brace up. So it's a process, but we're going to get there. And I told you, you guys, I'm going to bring you along. So what I had somebody ask me what I was going to do with all this pipe. And technically, I'm not really sure. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm going to put it somewhere, lay it somewhere off, and put it all nice and neat. But I'm thinking that I might be able to, with all that I've got, I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe making a smaller greenhouse out there somewhere. And I don't know what for yet, but none of this is going to waste. I'll tell you that right now. We're going to utilize it all. I don't know what for yet. Don't know what it's for, but definitely know it's for something. Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know. Probably I put it to a metal, take it to a scrap yard. I probably would get a couple $100 out of it. But something tells me I can use this for something. I just don't know what. I don't know what, people. So a lot of things. But like I told you guys, let me take you guys in here. Let you guys watch what I'm doing instead of just seeing me coming and going. So let's take you over here. All right, there you guys go. So anyways, I got all this plastic, all this metal, all kinds of things that need to be picked up, straightened up, and redone. Yeah. And then we'll get started. But as I've told you guys before, high tunnel number 1 is going to be first. We're going to get that done. We're going to get this one here done, because this one here is going to be the template for that one, number 2. And hopefully by then we have this one figured out, all covered in, back up to snuff, ready to roll again. And then we'll start that one after I pull the point on the well over there. Pull the point and put the new point down, get the water lines all going for water and everything. And then our next thing is going out back, get everything ready for high tunnels, or for strawberries. A few other things I'm going to turn you around and show you. I'm going to run an excavator, and we're going to try and get rid of all these stumps, get all the stumps gone, all of them out back, and get that all done. Long overdue. Like anything, it needs to be done. And yes, if anybody asks, what's the chair for? That's for this old man to sit down when he's tired. Yep, I'd take this chair with me everywhere I go, because learning that when you're old or getting old, like my son says, we're going to work all day long. He's going to work all day long. I'm going to sit for 20 minutes here and there and rest these old bones. When I sit down for 20 minutes, I get up and go, I'm good for another 2-3 hours. But every now and then, I have to sit and rest. And he don't understand that. And bet he will when he gets my age. Once he turns and once he turns and starts getting older, he'll realize it. Dad was right. I may not be around when he realizes it, but yep, it's one of those things where it's like, okay. Yep, I see off to the distance it's getting dark. And I figured that was coming. I figured rain was coming, but it's a cold rain. We're still not done with winter, even though 2 videos ago I told you guys, spring's here. That was my thumbnail. Spring is not here. We got another 4 or 5 days before officially the first day of spring. But I do believe we're going to get, we might get an inch or 2, maybe a little more, you never know. But winter's not over with up here, and I know it, but I'm just thankful because of the bad winter we had, which was a mild winter, but we had one big snowstorm that ruined everything here. But I'm just thankful that we're getting these warm spells, so that once it does break and say, okay, we're going to stay in the 50s and 60s, we can get started. That's what my goal is. I got to keep working to get this started, and we'll get there. I'm impressed in how far we've got, I shouldn't say just Joyce and Anthony, when he's up here helping me, we've got quite a ways. So, if I had to wait until like a normal winter, we'd still have snow and everything on the ground. It would be almost middle of April before I even got somewhere. So I'm thankful for everything. I mean, I'm disappointed but happy. So we're going to rebuild this, and I keep saying that. Like I said, that one subscriber said, you're going to make it Heaven's Gates 2.0. Well, I'm going to make it 4.8, I think. We are going to make a whole lot of changes, and it's going to make me tired and sore, but I'm loving it. So I'm going to go over here and get that plastic. Then I'm going to take you guys down there and kind of show you what I'm going to do down there. So let me go get this plastic, and then I'll move you down there, and then I'll show you. Okay, cherry lovers, let me walk you guys out here, and I'll show you what I'm going to be doing down here. And like I said, it's going to be a process like anything, but we're going to do it. But yeah, we're going to start down here, and not very warm out here, people. I guess I'm getting used to the warm weather, but what I wanted to show you was, see the curve? Believe it or not, this is the one we fixed last year, and so the 4x4s and everything didn't break off at the base, and but it's just curved in. So what I've got to do, and let me now take you inside and show you. Watch my head. I've hit my head a few times. What I've got to do is, on this thing, is right there, I've got to take 2x4s, and I'm just going to kind of mock it so you guys can see, make a mock-up video of it. What I got to do is, I got those stakes that I bought, and I've got to take and run. I'm going to take my tractor, pull them back until it's straight, then I'm going to put a stake there, and take a nail on both sides so that they stand up. And then we got it back straight again. Once I get it all straight, then I'm gonna go in, and once we put the 2x4s, let me go show you over there. Like I said, everything I'm showing you, I want to show you as an information so that you guys have an idea. But as you can see over here, once I get this all stood back up straight again, then I'm going to come over here after we get the beam down through here built back up, everything stood up straight and level, putting 4x4 here. We're going to build a wall across here. So basically the same way you're going to build a house. The corners are going to be secure to hold the sides, and it's still going to be a high tunnel, but it's just going to be a lot stronger. What we also decided to do was we were going to go ahead and use corrugated plastic and just do the whole thing. Well, I priced the corrugated plastic out, and it was it was almost $6 grand just for the plastic. It's only going to cost me about $3,800 for the wood here, okay, to redo and give me the strength I need. But what we've decided, we've looked at, and my brother and my son, of course my son came up with this before my brother did, but they both were thinking the same way, and I guess I was just being hard-headed because I want to make it strong. They said, hey Dad, it wasn't the poly that collapsed. It was the structure that wasn't the strength. The poly was strong. I mean, it hung on to all kinds of snow. As you guys, if you go back and look at any videos the last 6 years, it held up. And even when we were cutting that plastic back after it fell, the strength of that plastic, believe it or not, is strong. Plus, like my son said, he said, Dad, if you go ahead and just repoly it 5, 6, 7 years from now, if there gets a tear in it or it's time to replace it, it's still going to be cheaper than, say, for instance, the corrugated plastic. Say if one of these trees decided to drop an great big limb on it, well, even if it took out a portion of it, that'd be $3,000-4,000 just to replace just that part. So, you know, anywhere from $1,000. Let's say they're figuring right around 6 to 8, but you know, as years pass, things get more expensive. If I had to spend $1,000 just to replace poly, structure's still okay. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to put the poly on it. I will never have to worry about a snow load on that poly, because the poly, as soon as it heats up, sun comes out, it slides off. The poly can hold the snow load. It was my structure. This stuff wasn't as strong as the way we're going to beef it up. So as long as I have a structure that's strong, which we're going to use 2x8s, and it's not going to go anywhere. So it'll take anything it needs to be. The poly will hold the snow until it gets warm enough, and then it'll just slide right off. I won't have to use Q-tips. So that's what we've slowly looked at videos and everything and come to conclusion that the corrugated plastic is just not the way to go. And if I had lots of money, probably, okay. If I was going to turn this into a permanent, and I'm going to say that, a permanent greenhouse, not a high tunnel, then I would probably go that way. But this still technically is a high tunnel. It will be a high tunnel, and if I have to take it down, it can come down. So that's the way I'm gonna explain it to you guys. That's the best way I can tell you. So we've decided to change it a little bit and go that route. And we're also going to take 2x4s and run them from the top to the bottom on the outside. We're also going to run 2x4s crisscrossing all the way down. We haven't decided yet. We think we're going to put another 2x6 down here, sandwich them together like we're going to sandwich it here. That will give our walls the strength that we need. So this is what I got going on. I'm going to go in the house and cool off. And cool off. Well, how about warm up? And then probably won't be out here till tomorrow. So tomorrow will be a part of this video, and we're going to see if we can't cut and stand up, get all this metal out of here and get this all stood back up, get the plastic all cut, and we're good to go for this end. And then we just have to repeat down at the other end. And when we get to the other second high tunnel, we'll go further. So I'm going in, I'm warm up. All righty, folks. Let's take a walk out back, see what's going on. I mean, like I said, I look and look and look. Sun's coming out. I look all the time and nobody don't get done. I look and I come out here and it just seems like nothing's getting done. But it's gonna, as you guys keep watching, you're gonna see that it's gonna get done. And just not enough time in a day. Not enough time in a day. So I'll walk out here and see what's going on. And I come out, there's a lot of thinking that goes on. Like I said, doing a farm, being in a new farm, fairly new farm, and the things you want to do, you got to think it out. And I'd like the strawberries already be in, but that's coming. That's coming. I got to get out here and get this all cut up, but it's coming. And every day I look, I'm farther than what I was yesterday, but not far enough that it's not already here. So in the future, I'm already producing the goods I need. But as you guys can see, I love it up here. Wow. It can be cold, you know, at home. When we're back home, like I said, when it's cold, I'm back home and not a lot goes on there. So there's not a lot I do. But we come up here and there's a lot to do, but just got to keep plugging along, folks. So, hey, I'll see you in a little while. I got to go in and get me some lunch. And then I'm going to come back out and get started on doing the end down there that I told you guys I was going to do with the high tunnel. And if they'd, let me turn you around here. If they would take off the no burn band, I want to burn that pile along with all the other brush out there. And but that's what I got to get done. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes, and we'll be out there working on straightening up those ends on them high tunnels. So I'll talk at you guys later and see you in a few minutes.